pull up in 15 seconds. Oh, Don just stands there. We don't even make eye contact. But I'm in the chair, you know. And same thing when I had to fly. Did you see the episode where I had to fly an Alcash?
Yep.
Do you see that one? That episode? What am I doing? In the chair. Looking through the glass of the outcast. And he just took my character and all the sort of pertinent stuff around me and just put me in all these different situations. Where can there be a chair and some glass and not get it to talk to anybody? I remember just, you know, I suddenly found myself in that episode going, oh my God, I'm flying an Alcash. What the hell? How did that happen? You know? I remember I even said to them, I go, how do I get on board the ship? Do I go through the gate? No. What do you mean I don't? Well, how do I get there? Oh, you beam down and you're there. They just tell me that. I go, well, how do I know how to fly an Alcash? And they go, you just do. Right. There's no explanation. I've gone from, you know, sort of like, you know, close the gate, open the gate, close the gate, open the gate, to like flying this thing the size of a football stadium, and you know, rooting through the glove compartment, looking for the keys, and the owner's manual, you know, the proud owner of an Alcash 2000, please refer to whatever, you should have X number of parts, and you know. And it was great too, because then I got to fire the lasers, proton lasers, whatever those were. I don't know what I was firing. They just said, look ahead, and just you know, Andy Makita, the director, God, I had so much fun with Andy. He was great. He'd just be off to the side, and he'd be directing me through it because he'd be looking at the script, going, okay, you fired the torpedo, you've hit something, you're happy, you're this, you're that, and he's like, so I'm like listening to Andy as I'm working away, and I swear to God, if you ever watch that, you see that episode again. What was the title of that episode?
Prometheus Unbound.
Thank you. So if you ever see me in that episode, you gotta know that what I'm looking at actually was, and I'm not lying, a Teamster. Just eating a donut. Just off, leaning against the wall. Just drinking a coffee. And I'm just like blowing up Teamsters. Blowing up Teamsters. I hit another Teamster, and the Teamsters they shall not rule the world. You know, oh, that's hilarious. It's great. So I've been rambling on. Does anybody have any questions at this point? Oh, there's a question right there. Yes. You get the microphone? Well, I can hear you if you want. You could just,
okay, well,
yeah.
I just want to know, like, how can you have done this for 10 years, sit in a chair, and what put you through it? Like, how did
Well, okay, so the question is, how could I have done it? How could I have sat in a chair for 10 years?
How could you keep going?
How could I keep going? 2 words. Pay check. Well, it's like, listen, I was as surprised as anybody, because each time, but the great thing is, you know, the worst part, probably any actor will tell you this, worst part of acting, auditioning. The worst, okay, because you have to go in there, you have to impress them, you know, you don't know what they're looking for, you know, you just like, it's a total monkey dance situation, right? You have no clue what you're doing, but once I got this gig, then my agent would phone up and go, oh, you're written into another episode. Are you available? Yes. Yes, I'm available. Yeah. You know? And it was just one of those things where it just like kept happening and happening. I mean, when they first signed on, they signed on for like 5 years, right? So they, you know, the 5 years were given. Okay, pretty good ratings, it's happening. So then year 6, it's like, hey, we're picked up for another year. Wow, great. Everyone comes back. And then year 7, it's like, wow, hey, look at that. You know, year 7, year 8, it's like, holy shit. Year 8, wow. And year 9, it's like, no way. And then 10, it was like, okay, come on. Are you kidding me? You know, people couldn't believe it. It just kept going and going and going based on, you know, the fans loved the show. And that's why I could keep doing it. It was a really cool show to be a part of. So, easy peasy. No, that was a no-brainer. There's some question right there. Did I take the chair with me? No. That chair was in no condition to go anywhere. Chair was all frayed and stinky. So, left it in the studio. It was, yeah, I didn't take the chair with me, but, I came back for the movies, and it's so weird, it's like I wasn't, the show ended, and then months and months later, called back in, putting the suit on, walk into the control room, it's like, hello, friend. Just sitting there. How you doing? Yes, back there.
Are we ever, and I mean ever, going to see the Furlings?
Furling.
Yes.
Oh God, how?
No, that's stupid. They weren't real.
No, they weren't the real ones. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen, sir. But interesting to know that you're planning your life around that. Interesting. Friends of this guy, take note. Going nowhere. All right? Yes, ma'am.
What was it like working on Dead Like Me?
What was it like working on what? On Dead Like Me? Wow, a non-Stargate related question. Wow, just a second. Okay, Dead Like Me, that was, okay, I'll tell you about Dead Like Me. Did anybody else see that show? Oh, you're familiar with that show. Okay, great. So that episode, I'll tell you my little Dead Like Me story. My character gets killed from a spider bite. Right? Did you see that spider that crawled out of my shirt? Okay, so I read the script and it says the character gets killed by the bite of a black widow spider. Okay, that's in the script. Okay, anybody knows anything about spiders? Like black widow, one of the deadliest spiders in the world. So I read it and I go, yeah, whatever. It's not going to be a black widow. So nobody says anything to me. I don't get it, Then the night before I'm shooting, I get a call from the assistant director, which they always do. They always phone me up and they go, okay, so your call time is this, and you're going to be here, and blah, 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 blah. And I go, hey, by the way, so I'm just curious, how are you guys going to shoot that whole spider scene? Is it going to be like CGI? And he goes, oh my God, has nobody called you? And I go, what? No, about what? And he goes, oh God, okay, you didn't hear this from me. You did not hear this from me, okay? I go, what? And he goes, it's not a black widow spider. It's a full-size tarantula. You okay with that? I go, am I okay with that? It's the night before shooting. I'm going to say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not working. No, forget it. And he goes, oh, okay, sorry, man, but that's the way it is. They give you a black widow, but they got a tarantula. And he goes, you're not afraid of spiders? And I go, well, no, not really, but no, I'm fine. But and then he goes, but you know what? I think it's going to be okay because what I heard was that the spider's been defanged. Okay? Defanged. And I go, okay, great. And I don't know what the hell he's talking about, right? And he goes, yeah, so it can't bite you. It can't bite. It's like no big deal. So it's going to be okay. And I go, okay, great. We're good. We're good to go. Big, massive, tarantula, defanged. Who cares? So I show up for work the next day, and they go, oh, you want to meet the spider wrangler? So they call this, whenever there's an animal that's like a horse wrangler, cow wrangler, spider wrangler.